We are going to solve rational application problems. That will be word problems. So solving real world problems. And we're going to do that by defining variables, setting up equations, and then always checking the reasonableness of the solutions. Now, the first problem that we're going to do is a problem that has to do with reciprocals. So the difference between a whole number and 6 times its reciprocal is -1. What's the number? There's a couple things here that stand out to me. The first thing is the difference. That tells me that we're dealing with subtraction. And subtraction between what two things? Well, one of them is a whole number, and the other is 6 times its reciprocal. So I don't know what that whole number is, so I'm going to call that x. Now a whole number is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, dot, dot, dot. Is -1. That's equals -1. So I've got subtraction happening between two things, a whole number and 6 times its reciprocal. And that result is -1, so that equals -1. So the whole number we said was x. The reciprocal of the whole number will be 1 over x. So when we take 6 times 1 over x, I'm going to put 6 over 1, and that's going to give us x minus, we multiply straight across, 6 over x. And that's equal to -1. Now I've got 3 terms, 1, 2, 3. I'm going to multiply each of them by x to clear the fraction. And we get x squared minus 6 equals -x. I'm going to add x to both sides. X squared plus x minus 6 equals 0. I need to solve that. So that's going to be x plus 3, x minus 2. This is the zero product property. X would equal -3 and +2. And -3 is not a whole number. So the reasonableness of that is non-existent. So the whole number is 2. Okay, we're going to try another one. Twice an integer plus 3 times its reciprocal is 7. So twice an integer plus 3 times its reciprocal is 7. That's equals 7. I'm going to call x an integer. Now integers are negative numbers. Actually, let me explain it this way. It's not negative numbers, it's whole numbers and their opposites. So I was going to say negative numbers that are whole, but technically it's whole numbers. So these whole numbers, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, and their opposites. So -1, -2, -3, -4. That's an integer. And its reciprocal is going to be 1 over x. So that's the reciprocal. And then 3 times that reciprocal will be 3 over x. So twice an integer plus 3 times its reciprocal is 7. There's 3 terms here, 1, 2, 3. I'm going to multiply each of them by x to clear the fraction. And we get 2x squared plus 3 equals 7x because these x's went away. So 2x squared minus 7x plus 3 equals 0. We will factor and solve. I'm going to have 2x times x gets us back to that 2x squared. And then I'm going to have a 3 and a 1. and they're going to be the same sign, both negative. So I'm going to try this, 2x minus 1 and x minus 3. I've got negative 6x, negative 1x is negative 7x. So that's factored properly. X equals positive 1/2 or positive 3. Now, integers do not include fractions, so the integer is 3. Okay, you try the next one, press pause, and when you press play, it'll reveal the work and the answer. Okay, welcome back. You should have 3x plus 8 over x equals 10, with x being an integer. Then you would have 3x squared plus 8 equals 10x. 3x squared minus 10x plus 8 equals 0. 3x minus 2x minus 4 equals 0. Nope, it wasn't that. It was this maybe? Four and six is 10. So x equals 2. And that's right. The difference, oh, that I did the sum. Nuts. Nuts, nuts, nuts. So that's a minus, that's a minus. That's a minus. It's a good thing you did this problem ahead of time and you're watching. Then I think that this is that, and then I think that I should have a plus right here. See, negative 12, yes, that's it. And it should be x equals 4. So you should have gotten x equals 4. So the number is 4. Okay, so the difference is subtraction. Okay, in the next video, we're going to work with work rate problems. And then in the video following that, we'll do distance, rate, and time.